Hi, first graders. So hopefully you started out the lesson by watching the video on fact families. If you haven't done that yet, go ahead and pause this, go back and watch that video, and then come back here. Sound good? If you have watched the video now, then you know a little bit about fact families. So fact families really are the exact same thing as a number bond. It's just a different word for the same thing. So let's take a look at this fact family. I'm going to use a different colored marker so it stands out just a little bit. So let's say that I have, I'm going to put a domino up here. That's going to help me out. And let's put my domino all together in my number bond here. So let's look, how many dots do I have on this side of the domino? You know your dot card, so you could do it really fast. We have 4 on this side. And how many do I have on this side over here? You've got it, 2. So in my number bond, at the top is where I tell how many I have all together. And you can tell me? You've got it. I have 6 altogether. So this is my number bond. Well, I can turn this number bond into a fact family. I just put the total up at the top and the parts down on the bottom. Do you see how I did that? It's the same numbers. It's just organized in a different way. What we do with fact families is we can use these numbers to make number sentences. I'd like you to go ahead and get your whiteboard and a marker, and we're going to make this together. Are you ready? So, if I have my fact family, I can make some addition sentences. What addition sentences could I make? Well, here's what I know about addition. For addition, I take my parts and I put them together to make the whole. So, addition goes part, part, whole. So I can say 4 dots plus 2 dots. And how many does that equal altogether? You've got it, 6 dots altogether. But there's another way that I could write this. Instead of saying 4 plus 2, I can just go the other way around my fact family or my number bond. I call this flip-flop. It doesn't matter which way I put these numbers, they both are the parts. So instead of saying 4 plus 2, I go flip-flop and I make it 2 plus 4. Now I still have the same whole number. See how my domino can be flipped either way? Either 2 plus 4 or 4 plus 2. That's exactly right now what we're doing with our addition sentence. It doesn't matter which way I put the 2 parts. We also call those parts add-ins. Now I've made 2 addition sentences. Hopefully you've done the exact same thing on your whiteboard. But I don't have to stop there. One of the amazing things about fact families is I can also use these to make subtraction sentences. So subtraction sentences, using my number bond or my fact family, subtraction always starts with the whole number. And what I do is I put my hands up together like this. Addition goes part, part, whole. I put them together, but subtraction always starts with the whole number, right? Because I start with how many I have all together, and then I take something away, and then I see what's left. That's what I'm doing here. I can start with the whole number, I can take something away and see what's left. Or I'll start with the whole number, take something away, and see what's left. Do you see how this right here forms a triangle? The same way the fact family triangle is there. It has 3 corners. I just can put the numbers in the corners like this, or I make the corners bigger like this. So the subtraction, I'm going to start with the whole number. My whole number is always the biggest number. My biggest number is 6. All together, I have 6 dominoes. So I'm going to put my 6 right here. I'm starting with my 6. I have 6 dominoes. But now I'm going to talk about what happens if I take a part away. So if I take 4 of those away, so I'm going to say take away 4. If I have 6 and I take 4 away, well, it's really easy to see what's left. I had 6, I took 4 away, 2 are left. Well, now look at what I can do. I can flip-flop it. With subtraction, I'm still going to start with the whole number. I still have to start with the 6 to talk about how many I had all together to begin with. Let's go out just a little bit so you can see my last one. So I started with 6, but now I just flip-flopped it. Instead of going this way, I go this way. I say I'm going to take 2 away. So I take away 2. And now it's really easy to see what's left. Do you see how I flip-flop the parts? If you look carefully, my parts can flip-flop in addition. My parts can flip-flop in subtraction. My whole number doesn't flip. My addition goes part, whole, and my subtraction starts with the whole number. So with a fact family, I take those three things, the part, and the whole, and I can make 2 addition sentences and 2 subtraction sentences. Let's see if we can try another one. Go ahead and erase your whiteboard. And I'm going to grab another domino. Are you ready? Let's just make sure and turn a whole nother page. Okay, so for this fact family, like I said, a fact family is just a number bond. But the number bond has circles at the corners of the triangles. I still have my whole number at the top and my 2 parts. Well, let's look at the domino that I have. Oh, it's right in my hand. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can fill in the parts and the whole for this one. So, how many dots do I have in this part? 6. Part. How many dots do I have on this side? You're right, none. And then how many dots are there altogether? You're right, altogether there are still 6 dots. Okay, so when it comes to this, I can now take my parts, put them together to make the whole. That's my addition. So on your whiteboard, I'm going to have you get ready to write some addition sentences. So addition goes part, put them together for the whole. So I'm going to say, here's my part, 6 dots plus, how many dots? Yep, no dots there. And then how many are there altogether? 6. But like I said, when it comes to my parts, I can flip, flop. I'll just turn it right around. And instead of going this way, I'll go the other way. I'll say, well, I'll start with 0 dots and then add the 6 dots. There are still 6 dots altogether. You just made a beautiful set of addition facts. They flip-flopped. Now let's go into the subtraction. We said subtraction starts with the whole number. My whole number right up here. So I'm going to start with that whole number. How many I have all together? Well, let's take something away. Let's take away the 6, right? So we'll take away this part. If I have 6 and I take 6 away, what's left? My domino shows it, and my fact family shows it. 0. Now, sometimes my friends want to do this. They want to say, okay, well, now I'm going to flip-flop, and I'll say 0 take away 6 equals 6. Does that sound right? If you have 0 cookies, can you take 6 away? No, because subtraction always starts with the whole number. So let's go back and let's look. What was my whole number? Yeah, 6. Now I can take away a part. Well, look at up here, I practiced where I took away 6. See it? So I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to say if I have 6 and I take away, what's this part? 0. If I have 6 and I take away 0, what do I have? 6. Yeah. Notice that my whole number doesn't change. My whole number stays in the same spot for addition and the same spot for subtraction, because addition goes part, whole. And subtraction starts with the whole number. It's the parts that can flip-flop. You did great today working on fact families and making addition sentences part, whole, and subtraction sentences start with the whole number. I'm going to give you one domino, and I'm going to let you try to do this one on your own. Are you ready? Erase your whiteboard. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, here is my fact family for you. I'm going to cover this one up. Well, let's just turn the page. Here we go. Here's the domino that I have. Let's create a fact family. let's look at the parts that I have. Well, this part over here, oh, it looks like I have 6 and then one more. What's one more than 6? I'm just looking at this side right here. See the 6 because I know my dot cards, but then there's one more in the middle. 1 more than 6 is 7. So I'm going to put a 7 as my part. How many on this side? My other part. 1. How many dots all together? 8. You've got it. I can also turn that into a number bond for my number bond. Whole number, part, and part. So my whole number, I have 8 dots all together. 7 on one side, 1 on the other. Using your whiteboard, can you now make 2 addition sentences with this fact family? Can you make 2 subtraction sentences? Thanks for working with me today.